Welcome back to the reality, guys. I'm your host, Billy Blinks, joined as always by my co-host Brian.
What's going on, buddy?
We're here to talk Love is Blind UK season one finale, last two episodes here of the season. Make sure you like to subscribe here, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all of your Love is Blind UK, Mexico, USA, all your other reality TV coverage. Brian, we're really just going to get into the results here. We have a reunion episode coming on Monday, and obviously, look, they do the stag parties and the bachelorette parties. Not nothing. If there was something that had to come out of those, I think we would be more apt to talk about that. But I really want to get right to the results, Brian. And you kind of mentioned it a little bit pre-show. Um, 50-50, not bad on the marriage rate, considering even there was even one that wasn't a marriage, but they're gonna stay together too, right? So that's not too bad of a just at least to start. We don't know where they're gonna land, but
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna say they might try it again, I think it's even higher than that. It might just be one like dead no.
the yeah, and we'll go right
Yeah,
into
so
yeah.
just
So let's start with that one, Brian. Why don't you kick us off?
so Tom and Maria, that's the one I think is a dead no. Is that the one you agree with?
Yeah, 100%. This man don't want to pay for all of her stuff.
Yeah, dude, in his exit interview, basically, where he's like, I don't want my son to like be thinking that he has to pay for stuff later, and I don't want my daughter, future potential daughter, to like think that a guy's gonna take care of him. And I'm like, if that's what you're hung up on, this is never gonna work.
Yeah, dude. That's kind of like that's like somebody who's not ready for a marriage, right? Because once you're into the marriage, right, you're not really worried about if that person brings in A versus this person B. It's just your pool. It's what you
Right.
do, right? And to me, while I do frankly believe that's kind of like it's that was the thing that scared him off, we saw that he was frankly pretty judgmental of her and her
Yeah.
career.
Mhm.
And he has an idea of what he wants his partner to be and to contribute, right? And you know what? At least he was honest. I think he was kind of a dick,
Yeah.
but at least he was honest.
I mean, if he knew he was going to say no, this thing, they know what they're going to do. How does he have that conversation with her grandmother? Those are the moments where I'm like, oh, they can say no, whatever. But they have these moments with the other side of the family. Sometimes I'm like, you got to be like crazy, the diabolical, especially to the grandmother. Like, hey, oh, we'll
Sorry,
take care of it.
abuela.
Yeah, right. And just like, what, man? Don't even have that conversation. Tell him not to air it.
Well, see, that's like I had almost like the opposite where I'm sitting there going like, I'm like, this dude's good. Like I walk, I'm like, this dude's gonna say no. Like there was never even a moment he wasn't gonna say no, but I'm watching that going, ugh, maybe we'll get a good family reaction out of this one. And
Oh, the reunion.
unfortunately, well, maybe the reunion, but I meant like people like we only had the one time ever a family member wanted to like attack somebody. I was hoping maybe we'd get at least some grumble.
I think they're a little classier across the pond.
Well, it's not that they're classier; they're just passive aggressive. Let's call it for what it is. They're definitely just as mean. They just don't want to. They don't. There's not in your face like we are.
Maria was probably going to say yes. Do you think that?
Yeah, why not? I
Yeah, I
mean,
think she would have said yes.
I think she had a good idea that he may say no anyway. So I think that's also a good optic for yourself. Be like, I was willing to go for it. Love is blind, in my opinion. This guy,
Yeah.
love is green.
Like
You know.
even though she was sad, but she wasn't like but I will say I thought her reaction was very like real to me. Like she's like, I don't even know what to say, I'm shocked. And that's kind of how I think it should be because she definitely like to me that made me think that she thought he was gonna say yes, like more like maybe 70-30.
That was like the vibe I got from transitioning to another one. The Ollie being told no to. He was like, "What?
Serious.
Wait, what?" He's like, are you sure? Like, did you hear what he asked?
Mhm.
What were your reaction to that?
I actually thought he would be the one to say no.
Yeah,
I'm kind of a little surprised that she like had this like script flipped. I mean, honestly, that happened. I thought in some of the other ones too. Like, but yeah, do we did they said they were going to be together or try to work on it? Isn't that what he did? He
yes,
say that?
yes.
I don't know that getting stood up at the altar and not saying no. I don't know. Is
Yeah. What is your thoughts? Do you think they're going to be broken up by Monday?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be contentious. I think it's just going to be something where it's like, you know what, she was right, and I thought about it
Yeah,
more, and
we tried for a week.
but then I
That didn't
kept
work.
thinking about how you left me at the altar. then it's not cool.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, he might be able to, I don't know. I never really got the full sense that he like really actually liked her.
They seem more like friends to me, dude.
Yeah.
They always did. And it's nothing to do with like I thought they were physically attracted to each other. I just think the vibes were off, right? The vibes were off, especially last week. And
Mhm.
like you said, we thought maybe he was going to pick up on that and say no, but it turns out she just was the one that was like, I'm not feeling it.
Yeah, we also don't know what he was gonna say. Like he could just, he gets told no.
He might have been
He
saying
can
planning to
act
say
like
yes.
he's surprised, you know what I mean? To
Yeah,
say
but
no, but
never, unfortunately, we'll never get somebody to admit that, right? Like, but that is
they almost
that,
like need to,
again,
yeah,
they
they
need the
need to like
light, Brian.
what?
They need the light,
Yeah, well,
Brian. The
also they need to
light.
almost submit a card like
Yeah.
I said yes to that.
Yeah, the light. They need the light, like they had in the reunion. You just like the idea they stole from me from Mexico. They're probably going to use it in this reunion. I do it at the altar. That's the move where you both like or like we said, trap door if you said
Yeah.
no. Like
Like, oh, so you're saying like it's dark at the altar and then like
yes.
they just fall through the floor of the altar. In the
No,
UK,
that
man,
or that they're standing on the altar. That's the light. Both have a light stage. And then when it's like is love is blind, the
it
light's
just goes.
dim and
Okay.
it's just white under them. And then you get like the beams come up. And it's just like, is it love or is it hate? And like that, again, I need the drama, people. And people thought I was crazy when I said that during the finale of Mexico. And then 3 days later, they did it. So yeah, it's not a bad idea. Goofballs, like it's not, these aren't real weddings.
No, and they could really do the traps at the UK in that because they have a bunch of castles there. Like they could just like modify the floor, and there's already spikes down there, like a rancor pit in Jabba's
Yeah, yeah,
palace,
yeah, yeah.
and
No.
they just fall down there to their death.
You could do something where you tell all of your family and guests and they all have paddles and then they throw up the red or the green like
Yeah,
I don't care, audience participation, anything here, help us out.
yeah. Need some
uh
comedy, man.
who do you want to go to next?
I mean, let's just go. Let's go, Steven Sabrina.
I didn't even know they were on the season. I've said that every week. I mean,
Well,
that was
yeah,
the easiest yes ever because
I think basically though, I think if I'm remembering correctly, we were unsure what they do because they don't really live in the same area.
yeah, and we didn't really get a ton with them. I can't tell you five things about them. They were definitely, in my opinion, the least covered couple. Now I'm sure somebody's got the stats on screen time and stuff. We could be wrong, but this was the easiest yes almost because I felt like since there was like no reason to even show us them if there was a no because like who the hell would even have cared? Honestly, they just used
Yeah,
them as like a nice
I
mood
think they
booster.
are probably still together.
Yeah, no, I think they're still together. Um, they just wanted a little feel good to start
Yeah, and
the
I thought their vows were good and like their like everything about like even when they did show them later, like to me it almost looked like kind of
it seemed like a real
they
wedding.
actually liked each other.
You know why? Because they're actually compatible,
Yeah,
probably, and they liked each other, and there was no drama. Again, that's why we didn't really see a lot of them.
yeah,
Neither of them kicked each other out. Neither of them had bad exes. Blah 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 blah. All the things that the producers actually want to have on film. So, yeah, I hope they're together. I'm looking forward to finding that out on Monday.
yeah.
Who do we have
Let's
left?
do Jasmine and Bobby.
I thought this was another obvious yes. They've been like all over each other all season and stuff. There's a lot of physical chemistry there. They don't seem to be like jealous. I thought this was a pretty straightforward one.
Yeah, and I think the mom was the only wild card. Like she tried as hard as she could to get Jasmine to get out of there, but like I don't know, man. I always thought like I don't know. I think Bobby's not really in Jasmine's class here. I think so. Like,
No,
why
yeah,
would
he's
he
swinging them.
say? Why would he not say yes? So I don't know.
The
I thought
mother's
it was a lot.
classic.
I thought it was, like for him, he was saying yes no matter what. Even the mom. I mean, like I don't know. I think he's got a little bit of a baddie there. So I think that was an easy one. She was really the one that I thought was unsure. But when like she kind of flipped her vows, like, oh, I never thought I was gonna get married, but then like we had a good connection.
Yeah,
I think they're still together.
me too. Me too. I agree on that for sure. I mean, good for him. He did. He like you said. She's like calling him during the bachelor party, like, "I'll be a stripper for you." I'm like, did
Yeah,
this
I mean,
dude like
how
what
is
is
he gonna say no?
yeah? What does this
How is
dude
he gonna
get?
say no with comments like that? Even if
Yeah,
it's
this
fake.
guy was like sitting there, like, this is the easiest Love Is
Even if
Blind
it's fake,
ever.
even that phone call is fake, he could just reference it, be like, "You remember when you said that?"
Yeah, that was cool. Appreciate you making me
He
seem
just sits
cool.
on the bed like this, just waiting.
Yeah, like thanks for making me seem cool on TV.
Been actually really funny if he just ran, like he just hung up and ran home.
uh
Nicole and Banya.
yeah, I thought this was pretty obvious. If there was a no there, that would have been a little weird for the whole redemption arc, right?
I really thought she was gonna say no.
You thought she was gonna say no.
Yeah, I was kind of leaning that way because I don't. She had a couple like times where she's like, I don't know if he's like fully ready, and like, I don't know. I don't think they're gonna be together.
That's an interesting one. He definitely showed some more signs of jealousy and not being as secure and chill as he came off in the pods, right? He's
Yeah.
not pod Jesus like he tried to come off as. He white knighted a little bit during the social, gatherings and stuff. So he just has to do less, I think. Remember, she's been married before as well. And like you said, so it's like I could see her it could be one of two things, like fully committing to this marriage, or hey, I know the signs of a bad marriage, and like I'm not playing this out for a year just to say that I tried. So I
Yeah,
hope they're together, frankly. I don't frankly for my viewing experience because I had to invest so much damn time in that goofy story.
that's why I thought she was gonna say no. Like to go from a divorce and like I'm gonna throw myself into like a marriage like this so quickly with so little time to me was kind of surprising.
I agree. No, I think that's a really good
So
point.
that also makes me think now that I'm thinking about it, they might still be together because she can't get divorced twice at whatever how old she is. She's got to be less than 30, maybe 32 at tops.
Yeah, no one wants to really be rolling into their third marriage before 30.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like if she's got to be fighting hard. If
That's exactly my point. So it's either like so bad that like we're so
yeah,
obvious that she's like, I can't do this, or she's just gonna try to go for the long haul because like you said, I hope they're together. Like I
yeah,
don't
no,
have
I'm
any
not all my things of like them not to be that doesn't mean that any like dislike to anybody here.
nope. I don't think we really had much dislike for the UK people, honestly.
All right, Catherine and Freddie, they saved this one for last on purpose. The sister got to him, man. I think the sister was the
The
nail.
family, yeah, this was the most outside interference, as you would like to call it, in the sports world. He got nervous, man. He got the quintessential cold feet. I don't, and look, like he was a little bit with her too, right? Wasn't he? She was the one about like the clubs, right? Like
Which
going,
I still don't get.
no,
She goes to the club for her
that's
birthday. What? It's
it's a
such a
dude
bullshit.
looking. That's a dude looking for a reason not
Yeah,
to.
I think it's BS. And seeing people like sometimes in the comment section saying, I was like, so you're telling me you've never gone someplace for a special occasion outside of your normal like
Wealth
rotation?
status.
It's kind of crazy to me.
Say I
So
can't go. You can't go to Vegas or something like because because you still owe money on your mortgage. It's
yeah,
like
I
okay,
think that I mean he did talk to the parents after the fact.
that
I
was
think I was at yeah, that would have been tough to do.
I was very surprised he did that
Yeah.
on it.
I think that she's gonna watch that back. Hopefully she watches this back before they go on the reunion and sees the sister like kind of force persuade him a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm
but
interested to see how she
I don't have
reacts.
any sympathy for him though. I would if I'm her, I'm like, dude, if you're gonna let your family
No, no,
like
I'm not saying like he gets a pass. I'm saying like she could be pissed.
I think she is going to be pretty pissed off. And I don't blame her. And I wasn't like a super fan of her this season, but I was never negative. I thought she was taking strays that she didn't deserve to be
Yeah.
taking. Um, he's soft. I'm sorry, he's soft. He's soft. Who lets your sister like tell you who you can date? Like
Yeah. I never understood like just judging someone based off one statement of where you went out to drink one time. It's just kind of crazy to me. I,
um
I just don't get it.
overall, Brian, I thought UK pretty good. Pretty good. I'm not gonna I there's a lot of love for it online. I think Mexico was the better season.
There was definitely more theatrics in
Because they're
Mexico,
more
which is
entertaining.
why I
But
think that we enjoyed it more. Because I mean, we need stuff to move the needle over here. The amount of TV that we watch.
it's
So this is
true.
this is definitely the better like product of Love is Blind like season. Like this is the kind of stuff you want to watch shows and like see some success and potential
Yeah,
success.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
understand why maybe some people feel this season is better, which I will give you that. Like 50, like you said, 50% is I would say very good.
Yeah. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, you don't get that ever in most seasons. Now, that being said, we are going to get a reunion, and so we're kind of the great equalizer here. We'll see where our percentages lie after Monday, but obviously, the UK Love Is Blind is going to continue. So obviously, we will be back for the reunion and back for season two. Like Brian and I mentioned, though, we did cover Mexico. We did cover all the seasons of USA so far. Go check out all of our playlists. Shows like Love is Blind, Love Island, uh, Survivor, The Challenge, Love and Hip Hop, Alone, The Anonymous, 90 Day Fiance. So there's a little bit of flavor for everybody on the channel. So we hope you go and check us out on another review. But for myself and Brian, until that next review, thank you so much for watching. Peace.